Hello everyone, welcome back. It's Lufia 2 Rise of the Sinistrals. As you can see, we're standing outside of a tree. Uh, Here's the deal. There's this shrine here between the Alun's Kingdom and Tanbel, whatever the place that had the T. You go over here, you see the Alun's Kingdom kind of stuff up this way. Remember that place where the king and the thieves who talk like Peter and Fleck? Yeah, well, if you head down here, you find this, and I discovered it on my own, playing this game on the Super Nintendo many years ago, but I just kind of forgot about it this time. And I realized, as I played off-screen just a little bit, I poked my head into the next dungeon, just basically getting out of the tower where we left off in our last video, and I noticed you can see on screen the second of the game's, well, you'll find out what they are in a minute, capsule monsters. And I realized, hey, we never got the first capsule monster. What's a capsule monster, you may ask? Well, let's find out. It's the Fumi Woods. I am keeper of the forest. All who pass mere fight for what they believe in. Are you such a man? Nah, I see that this place is not for you. Well, fine, be that way. Jeez. Same thing I said before. Yes. I see, then stand before that spring. This is the sacred ground of Capsule Monster Fumi. If your fight is just, Fumi will gladly join your party. Come join the party, the pheasant is away. It's some foam. Fumi has accepted you. Take good care of him, as he will be of great help to you. Capsule Monster Fumi joins the party. Please give Fumi a name. Hey, you can name Fumi. Fumi's default name is Jelzy. Now, in this game, as you'll see, you can have different capsule monsters. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different capsule monsters you can have. You can name the capsule monsters when you first get them. So I could have named this one Bobo and named another one Zerfall. You know, like that. But then you run into problems when you start naming them after people that you watch your channel on YouTube, because then you're like, I could name one after Grimmeth because I had the honor of dying on the Oregon Trail, but then he didn't include me in Oregon Trail, and that made me angry. Not to mention he's not watching this, so screw him. Then you're like, ooh, you know, what if I've already named 6 and the 7th one comes up, and I'm like, oh, Pancakes Guy or Nate Halos? I don't know. Or you could be like, well, who do I make first? You know, we're going to do... Well, and then you run into the other problems. Like, okay, well, I don't know which of these guys to name as a capsule monster first. I don't know who's going to get to be one of the capsule monsters I use and who's going to be a capsule monster who sucks. And then you run into problems. You're like, you know... Can I actually remember the guy's YouTube username off the top of my head? I know his icon is a red mage from Final Fantasy. The Friskiest Dingo? Or is it Friskiest Dingo with no the? And then you're like, wait, how the hell am I going to write that name anyway? I've only got 5 or 6 characters. What about that new... This is a guy who's making comments on my Lennis 2 LPs. I think he's from Quebec. But he keeps making comments about how I'm doing it wrong. Do I really want that guy? I don't know. It's tough. And then you get down to the point, it's like, do I actually know of 7 people who are going to watch this LP? Probably not. It's very tough, folks. So I'm going to stick with the default names for the capsule monsters. That's what I'm saying. And I hope that doesn't bother anybody. But as you can see, Fumi is just kind of hanging out there on the right. We don't control his actions the way we would control normal party members. He will level up the same way as anyone else does by being in a battle and alive at the end of the battle. But the capsule monsters are much more likely to run away. Well, your regular characters simply won't run away unless you tell them to, but the capsule monsters will. And they'll get wiped out because they've got very low hit points, I think. Their attacks aren't that useful until they've been leveled up a bit. See, he just took 8 hit points damage. He's still ticking, though. Can we get him through the rest of this round? Yes, we can. So he will get experience. Isn't that great? But yeah, what I'm getting at here is that they'll run away a lot, so they won't always get experience, but then he didn't do that when I was talking about that, so forget it. So now we've got to go back to the main story. The second capsule monster will be waiting for us. Now with the capsule monsters, you can feed them items. When you feed them items, their growth thing increases at the top of the screen there. And that is the reason I'm not selling any of my stuff when I'm done with it, because you can feed them to these guys. You can feed them almost anything. It doesn't have to be the... Like it says there, he really wants a fireball. We don't have to feed him a fireball. We can feed him something else. But if you feed them the food they want, they grow a lot. And here's the problem. Fumi kind of sucks. Fumi's pretty generic. I don't remember him having any particularly great skills. He has the Fumi punch. He has a regular attack. He basically just is a damage sink. Sometimes, you know, hey, one of those guys might have attacked Tia for another 6 damage. Instead, they attacked Fumi. But he's not much of a bad damage sink, because he's got low hit points like all capsule monsters do. However, because he's so freaking slow, and I leveled up too much before finding him, he is not getting a chance to run away, which is nice. It means he's getting experience. So I'm sure Fumi will be leveled up in no time. And that's why I'm fighting generic monsters, actually. It's just level up Fumi. One more good battle ought to level up Fumi. But you see his skills are Fumi Punch and nothing. His alignment is neutral. You will eventually see that we have capsule monsters associated with the different elements. There's going to be a water one, a wind one, a fire one. There's a dark and a light. I forget what else there is. I think there's like earth or something. It's all pretty standard J-pop, mystical element stuff. It's not quite as out there as the old Chrono Cross, where, you know, yellow earth is the opposite of green vegetation. Guy just has a lot more attack power than Maxim does. Maxim has just already become a big puss compared to Guy. Got an attack of 159. Maxim has the better weapon. It's only at 123. Part of it is the camo armor, but that's not that big of a deal. Anyway, let's go into town. Clemento, where they make Clamato. The cell tower was shaking. What happened? Oh, sorry. Tia and I were getting freaky. Isn't this a pretty ring, ma'am? Yes, it's really lovely. Is this made of glass? Uh-huh, you can buy them in that shop. Yeah, I don't want to buy fucking glass jewelry, bitch. I want some real... I want a rock avatar. I mean, Maxim. Welcome to the Magic House. Yeah, the avatar's got a better chance of buying you a rock than I do. And he's not even in this game. Bravery. Increases defense power during battle. Release. Gives you sexual release. Ha 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 ha. Alright, well, let's get these spells for everybody, even though it's probably a waste of money. As far as I know, we're not getting any new characters for a while, so I can spend some money on these guys, make sure they're in good shape. Hello. Wow, what beautiful glass crafts. Did you make all of these? No, my husband makes all the crafts. I just do all the cooking and cleaning and basically run his life. Really, is he here today? No, he's off on a journey. Maybe he'll go on a journey. He seeks beautiful things and turns them into glass. He's an evil wizard. But he hasn't come back for such a long time. He's never been away this long before. I'm sorry, I talked too much. Did you find anything you like? Oh, Avatar, buy her some worthless crap, why don't you? Well, this will... not... None of these are really that good. That one at least has an IP power, but... Just out of curiosity, does she say anything if Maxim actually does buy her some crap? Beautiful glass ring. Oh, checksum. You shouldn't have done that. Because it didn't trigger anything useful. And nothing to be found searching these places. Very sad. Oh, it's 20 gold pieces a night. What the hell kind of inn is this? You've got 2 beds on the ground floor and you stand behind that counter all night watching us sleep? Even my RPG standards, that's pretty ridiculous, dude. Say, youngsters, you heard the rumor about the Ruby Apple? No. He's the richest man in town. Wants to, he's the dirtiest... Oh, never mind. I just flashed back to a quote from a movie that Bobo would have enjoyed, but I actually can't use that word in an LP. Seems the richest man in town wants the apple-shaped ruby in the cave north of here. If you can find it, he'll buy it at a good price. I'll buy it for a high price. I'll sell it for a low price. Hey, youngster, if you had the story about the ruby... Yes, from you 5 minutes ago. I see you've heard already. From me, 5 minutes ago. Well, less than that even. How can I help you? The mystery pen. Damn it, buddy. Why don't you sell this fire attack crap that our capsule monster wants to eat? Red beret. When it was cold, she wouldn't wear much. I mean, warm, hot. She wouldn't wear much more. You know what I'm trying to say, folks. That's why I love her. Yeah, none of that stuff seems to have decent IP powers at all, so forget it. The Wire has 1. Screw it, I'm not buying any equipment in this crap hole. Of our town, it sucks. Glumento has no good purchases for my dudes and my chicks. Rashi owns the small shrine northwest of here, so you need permission to pass. It is nice that had the right number of syllables. Roshi the richest and stingiest man in the village lives. And here just with the okay, that stopped working. Would you like to see the level gas accessories in the shop downstairs, fair lady? Hey, don't give her any ideas. I heard Jeff used to study grass content on the fuck. Ruby, oh, what the shit, man. Is there gonna be another fucking Ruby, Apple, Gem, whatever in this game? That took over the plot of Lufia 1 for like a ridiculous number of videos. Or stupid freaking fake Ruby. Trying to make some kind of point, teach us kids a lesson about the value of fucking fooling everybody with fake gems and shit. And I think I'm just bitter because that whole section of the game involved the Ghost Cave and the Phantasm boss, which I remember being a real bitch when I was playing that game on the Super NES. I'm Roshi, the richest man of this village. I understand you are... Oh, wait, he should... He's rich, so he should be Scottish. You know, like Scrooge McDuck. I understand you are warriors. Have you ever gone to the North Cave? No, but why do you ask? Rumor has it there's an apple-shaped ruby there, but I can't get it to it because of the monsters. I just have to have the ruby apple. If you happen to find it, would you sell it to me? Of course, I'll pay whatever you ask. I'm not stingy. I just know how to use money to oppress others. Honey, that glass shop hasn't paid the rent yet. They're always late. Oh, again, I told them one more delay and they're out. The best paid plans of mice and men oft gang a glee. What shall we do? Let's see. We cannot talk like this. Oh god, that was killing my throat. Oops, sweetheart. Don't bring up such things in front of our guests. They are not yet crushed under me economic heel. Why not? I don't see anything wrong with speaking the truth. Ha ha ha. Now, isn't there something you should be doing out back, sweetness? Doing out back. Alright, alright. Isn't there something I should be doing around your backside? Excuse me, how embarrassing. I'm Flintheart Glumgold. If you happen to find the ruby, sell it to me. I'll pay you whatever you ask. We own all the houses in this village. The rent alone brings us a tidy sum. Of course, if some who don't pay on time, and my accent's getting worse and worse. Alright, folks, well, that's true. That accent is definitely getting worse. And it's a good time we need to end this video. When we come back, there'll be more horrible accents, and we'll get to go find the frickin' ruby apple. I forgot to show you why, but shock beyond all shocks. I hope you're sitting down. If you go to the small shrine on this continent, island, whatever, without completing the ruby apple quest, they won't let you through. Go figure. Anyway, see you next time, folks.